We're back with part 2 of my tier list for the 2024 games I played. So yes, let's get right back into it. Inotria, which the Lost Song, is that what it's called? I don't even remember now. Yeah, this was pretty much the Italian version of Dark Souls, like that kind of Soulsborne game. Yeah, we did a live stream playing the demo back in the channel a while ago, me, Thomas, and John. This is a C for me also. Mainly because, again, I'm not that big of a Soulsborne guy, I don't play my off time. I mean, but this one, like, I prefer playing. I just realized also both the Soulsborne games are in C right now, so then maybe that ruffles feathers. Who knows? Probably. But like this, I prefer this Soulsborne game that's more like third-person perspective, like action adventure. And you know, at the start of it, I was actually enjoying it. It was kind of fun. I loved like the Italian like inspiration for like the designs and the world were cool. I think I'm trying to remember what me, Thomas, and John all didn't love the game. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was we all didn't like. I think the problem we had was that the combat wasn't as clean as Dark Souls, or at least the first Dark Souls for me. It felt like more, it was hard to like, I think it was like hard to move around sometimes, or block, or dodge. There's something about it that made it hard to like completely get into the gameplay when fighting enemies. It didn't quite work. There was a point also where there were some really tough enemies that none of us could get by and everything, so yeah. I've really got not a lot to say on this one. I'm actually having a hard time remembering most of this one, so yeah, Inotria is just a C for me. Okay, now for what's probably the game that I played this year, like the game in terms of how many hours I put into it, MultiVersus. We did 2 live streams on the channel playing this game. Okay, so on Steam, I put in about 90 hours in the game, but then on PlayStation, I put in about currently 246 hours. So well over 300 hours I put into this game. I really enjoy this game. I mean, I want more games like this that are like these, like, you know, it's obviously a Smash Bros. Inspiration type game, but like, you know, again, people say, oh, they're just copying Smash Bros. Like, no, they're like taking this clear idea that Nintendo created Smash Bros. And like making more games off it. Like, there's an idea there. It's why we also have stuff like, you know, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl and Brawlhalla, and we did have PlayStation All-Stars beforehand. But, you know, I want more games like this. I think it's very fun. These kind of fun fighting party games with a ton of characters. It's like, I think they're fun, and yeah, MultiVersus, I definitely is a game I put a lot of time into. This is game, among all these games, I was the most invested in like looking up everything that was happening. And yeah, this is gonna be hard to rank because I think with the game, here's the problem. Here's the thing. So there's a lot of things they improved as they went along, and a lot of things they didn't improve. You know. Also, I guess I should say, I know it came out technically officially first 2022, but that was just a beta, officially launched in 2024. So, obviously there are a lot of things. Like, they switched over to Unreal Engine 5, which made the game look better. On a side note, the interface of the game doesn't look as great now as it did in the beta. It's not as great. The element that you can't change characters in between matches, you have to lock in a character from the get-go and keep playing them as many times as a rematch happens, which that's not great. Early on, their way they handled the characters also was weird, like new characters they had. Like, so like at the start of season 1, we had 4 new characters. We had Joker, Jason Voorhees, Agent Smith, and Banana Guard. One of these guys not like the other. And Banana Guard was a character you got for free automatically by just logging for 7 days straight, which is great. Joker you had to get via you could use the in-game like fighter currency to pay for him, but like all the fighters cost 3,000 fighter currency, except Joker, he was 6,000, so which is a lot more. So if you want to get him better, you had to pay for him like for his character path again, which I did do. I'll be honest, and I'm like, but like honestly, I'll be real. Like the pack cost like $25, which like definitely sucked. But like honestly, like you got more of your bucks worth out of that. You got Joker and some like few other things like a profile image, a banner, and some other stuff. You know, better than like it's Kill Justice League where you have to pay. You could like grind your way through the game to unlock a new character, or pay $10 up front to get the character, which not great. But then also, Jason Voorhees was the character you got automatically off the start of the season pass, and then Agent Smith was a character coming later, but you could like go through the rift mode, which is basically like their tower system in Mortal Kombat, and you could play through a certain number of rifts and get like challenge stars to hopefully unlock him early, which I did. I grinded and I got some help from people online via a Reddit page I found, and I got him early, which is great. I was never gonna do that again. They did it again because that was painful. Luckily they fixed it, they changed it, and they stopped doing that. So now it's just like they're never going to have a character be unlocked early via the Rift modes, which is great. So now also you just like pay them with the fire currency. Although they do force the first week they're out, or the first like I think 4 days, you have to pay for them with like the in-game currency instead of the fire currency. Once those first days pass, then you can get them. But you know, I mean, always for like the first 3 seasons, like a character was always unlocked immediately from the season pass. So like season 2 was Samurai Jack, season 3 was Powerpuff Girls, and then you know Beetlejuice and Nubia all later on were unlocked via paying stuff like with the fire currency. But season 4 changed things up where now it's like they got rid of the fire currency completely. You still have if you have any fire currency left over, you still have that. But then you unlock characters now via the fighter road, which is in theory a great idea, but unlocking the characters there is a grind, especially for me, like because like the characters I have left to unlock, I don't care that much about, so I'm not like rushing to do it. And luckily, you can still use the fire currency you have left to unlock said characters that come out, like Raven and Marceline, which I use the fire currency to unlock them, which that's great. Some of the new free-for-all stages are not great. They did not have free-for-all off the start. Blech. They did not have any free-for-all mode at the start, which sucked, but they later on added it. But then they kind of made free-for-all weird because there's a lot of wacky modes you get stuck in free-for-all. There's still no guild system. They said there's going to be a guild system in this game when they first announced it. That was the first and last time they ever talked about it. It's not in this game yet, and I'm still annoyed about that. The rewards you would get in like some of the challenges and events were always kind of questionable. Like, are these good rewards? Then they changed it to like, oh no, now we'll give you like this like token you can use to unlock anything you want in the event store, which is great. And you know, some of these event cautions are not great. They're very simple as reskins. Like, oh, this galactic one, just give them like this purple ethereal glow. Oh, this winter one, give them this like kind of cold frozen glow. But then there were other ones that give you like cool cyberpunk aesthetic costumes, or like, you know, Batman anniversary theme ones like Batman Mask, or the Winter Wonderland ones where they're like winter themed and everything. But you know, I appreciate they do give you a lot of options for costumes you can unlock throughout the seasons like that. That's great. I mean, I'm joking about like, I'm not really mad about the multiple costumes that are just like very simple reskins, but they give you new options for costumes though. They give you a lot of content for that, so that's great. I'm really talking a lot here about MultiVersus, but there's a lot to talk about here. I've played this one a lot. Like, again, 300 hours, people. I played this one a lot. I got a lot to say. I think, realistically, it probably should be a B, because it's always, like, improving stuff, but also not improving stuff, which makes it ebb and flow. You know, some challenge events can be good, some cannot be good. You know, the rifts that get were not great, but they can improve a little bit. Some other gameplay stuff can be improved. The fighter road, I think it should be a B, but in my heart, because I've enjoyed so much of my time playing this game, that it has to be A. Like, I can't put it as S, because there are still problems with it, but I enjoyed so much of it that I have to make it A. In my heart, it's gotta be A. Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. This one is fun. You know, I really liked it. When I heard this was announced, I was like, this seems cool. A Harry Potter Quidditch game that's online multiplayer sounds like fun. And you know, when you start off, definitely there's some learning curve, especially like if you're not like, it's a little bit of challenge to learn. And my brother said when he played for a little bit, like it was kind of tough to figure out at first, which it is. Like once you play it for a little bit, like I played I think about 11 hours of the game, like you actually figure it out pretty easily. And I don't like doing the goalie in the game. I can't do the goalie for shit. I'm bad at that, so I don't play goalie. But I do enjoy doing like just a regular chaser and beater, and the one. I'm mixing up the Harry Potter terms. Like, I don't know. The person who chases the golden snitch, I think that's the chaser. So, the normal player who just tries to, like, catch, like, the regular, like, Quidditch ball in the game, and then the beater. Like, those are fun. I really enjoy those. You know, there's a good, like, customization option. Like, there's like, in-game store, you can earn, like, currency in the game to unlock some stuff there. There's a season pass kind of thing that lets you have some... There's, like, a couple of good free rewards you can get there. And everything. Like, I think the season pass mostly is free stuff. No, there's definitely some like stuff that's locked you have to use through paywall and everything. You know, a bit of a learning curve obviously with some of the gameplay and all that. But honestly, yeah, I think it's fun. It was fun, definitely. I mean, there's good solid customization. Gameplay's fun. It was honestly addicting a little bit. I was kind of like, I was always getting into it. I'm like, this is kind of cool. There's a really great moment where like I literally I grabbed the snitch, I threw it in the goal, and then like I was waiting for him to like, you know, reset it and like call it back in. I flew backwards a little bit, and I saw the guy who like the game gave the snitch back to the guy on the other team, and like whoever it was. No, the goalie. So this goalie got the ball back finally. The quaffle, I think that's what it's called. Can you tell I don't know Harry Potter terms that well? After I scored it, the goalie was given the thing, and then he passed to one of his teammates, and he started flying directly at me. I literally just like backhand him, grabbed it, and just flew straight back to the goalie and just like chucked it back. And like it was one of the funniest things I've done in a game, because like I scored it, and then immediately I was like, boom, boom. It's like, hey, like I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. It was just right there. Like it was one of the funniest things I've ever done in a game. So yeah, Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. It's a good solid game. That's also a B. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. This is a good game. This is really solid. I've yet to beat it yet, but I've played a good amount of it. It's quite fun. The gameplay, super solid. You know, the story is good. I mean, I'm not an expert on Warhammer. I mean, you might know that if you watched our Warhammer video on the channel where Thomas did a breakdown of it, you know, talking about the Warhammer lore to me and John. You know, so it's a good story, but obviously, like you can enjoy the story of the game without knowing Warhammer lore, really, or even like the story of the previous Warhammer like Space Marine game, and it's pretty good. But to me, definitely the crown of the game is like the online mode, like fighting against people. Like it's really fun, really solid. Like there's some good, you know, combat to it with different modes of like, you know, the chain sword, the mini guns, like regular bolt guns, and like jetpacks and hammers. Like it's like Gears of War and like God of War at the same time, which is really fun. You know, there's some solid customization to it, a lot of like good stuff. You know, there's like upcoming updates they have with like, because there's a season pass, but the season pass is purely just like cosmetic stuff, so you don't even have to invest in that if you don't want to. There's some great updates to add to the game. It's, yeah, I don't know much to say about this one. I think this one is it is solid and fun. So yeah, I'll give it an A. This one's a solid A, I would say. Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports. This one, I think a lot of people don't also maybe forgot this came out. I mean, yeah, I was sold on this the minute I saw the trailer for it. Like, it looked like I was down for a Looney Tunes sports game. I mean, Space Jam, basketball, it's right there. This, I'll say, I've only played about like 3 hours this one, I would say. Or maybe, I don't know how long I played it. So I played it once and I haven't had a chance to get back to it yet. Here's what I'll say. So, golf and tennis are the best games. They're really fun, they're really solid. Soccer's good too. But, you know, there's some challenging stuff about that one. Basketball, it's kind of rough, which is unfortunate because, you know, like, again, Space Jam. The thing with basketball for me is just that it feels, like, I don't know, the button controls, that there's so much you gotta do in that game, like, so much layout, like, running, dunking, like, stealing, like, the special abilities you get from the Acme crates. There's so much there, and the problem is, I'm playing this one on Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch, like, if you play on Nintendo Switch, it has, like, the same buttons as an Xbox controller, but they've swapped them around. So, like, where an Xbox controller would have, like, the X button on the left side and the B button on the right side, Nintendo Switch has that reversed. And where they have on Xbox, Y button on top and A button on the bottom, that's reversed also on Nintendo Switch. And mainly because, like, I was playing a lot of Xbox recently around that time, so, like, playing that game, it was, like, impossible to even get a handle of the controls doing that basketball. So I had to go into the game system and change it to, like the Xbox thing, which I did not know you could do. Once I did that, it made playing basketball easier, but, like, goddamn, there was a learning curve there that made me just scream. I was like, oh my god, this is rough. There's some other stuff, though, I think is kind of rough, though, I would say. There's not a ton of characters. I mean, there's a lot of Looney Tunes characters that could still add that could be fun. I do think a major problem they have here, Yosemite Sam can be playable, but via only the digital version. I bought the physical edition because I had a gift card I still had to use and I wanted to use. And, you know, plus why did I buy it physically? I think I bought it physically because I just wanted to buy it physically. You know, physical all the way. But, you know, it's dumb. They lock Sam behind digital, which, like, everybody wants to play Yosemite Sam. Why would you not want to play Yosemite Sam? So it's, I don't know. I think it's fun. I definitely want to play it more. We might do a video on the channel at some point. I'll put it in C for now. Room for improvements. You know, like, I haven't played, this is what I've played the least about what the fuck am I saying? Yeah, this one I played the least amount of, so, like, there's that. So, room for improvement. So, it's just at C right now for, like, it's fun, it's okay. Room for improvement. Funko Fusion, yeah, I played the demo for this one, really. I was gonna get this one, but I never ended up doing it. Yeah, that's also a C, I think, for me. Yeah, I don't know. Funko Fusion, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I think, like, the idea of having, like, it's made by a lot of the same people who made Lego games, so it has that fun energy to it. You know, it's about time, honestly, they did something with Funkos, I guess, like, something like this, it makes sense. You know, having it being based around a lot of the Universal-based properties they own is a great idea. Like, you got stuff like Back to the Future, Fast and Furious. Is Fast Furious? No, Fast Furious is not in the game. So yeah, it's like Back to the Future, Jurassic World, Scott Pilgrim, Battlestar Galactica, Invincible, Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, of course, some of the stuff they don't actually, Universal does not own, but they did incorporate it into the game, which is great. Yeah, it's a lot. It was fun. Like, the gameplay was fun. I would say, like, navigating the world was a bit challenging, a bit annoying, I'll say. It crashed on me one time playing it, or twice, which didn't help playing it. And yeah, navigating the world of the mission was like, after a while, it felt like there were some tough enemies. It felt like after a while, like it's not as forgiving as a Lego game, which I guess is a good thing. But again, I don't know. I feel like it should be a little bit more forgiving with some of the enemies. You can die very easily and have to like also again restart the whole level if you die. Like if you like perma die, I think is how it was. Like you restart the whole level. Also like South Park, which again, Funko Fusion is a game that kids are gonna be playing. Like, what makes the Lego games great is that there's no, like, real effort. Like, again, which, I mean, that sounds like a problem, but, like, I mean, what do you expect? There's no, like, there's not meant to be effort. Kids are mainly playing Lego games, and me. But, like, kids are playing those games, so, like, obviously you're not going to make it challenging for them to keep redoing stuff if they die. So I don't understand why Funko Fusion does that, where, like, at least I recall. Maybe I'm mixing it up, actually, sorry. I don't know, I don't remember, actually. God damn, I forget. It might be because I had to restart the level because it crashed on me, and that might be why. And the cutscene also lacks some dialogue, which doesn't help either. I feel like some dialogue is needed a bit more for the game. The characters are fun to play as though. Like I was able to play as Mega Man, he wasn't great to play as though, honestly. Well, Freddy Fazbear was fun to play as though. No, He-Man's pretty good to play as also. Like there's fun characters to play as here. Like they added Colonel Sanders even, which is funny. Yeah, I really can't remember how that works. If you die, you restart the level. It might be. I don't remember. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could be a little bit more forgiving. Because again, kids are the primary target for this kind of game. So, or maybe not. I don't know. But like, still, it's C. Like, so maybe once I play the full game, if I ever get to do that, it'll prove to be more fun. But yeah, I don't know. So far, it's just a C. And the final game on this list that I have actually played before we get into the ones I just threw in here is Marvel Rivals. And friends, this, I can easily say, is the one game on here that I am throwing in S tier. That's not S tier. S tier. S tier. What the fuck? Oh, okay, actually it does move up. Good. S tier. Jesus Christ. Thank you. S tier. It was like, not letting me do that. It was like, no, you're not doing that. Marvel Rivals, like, there's a problem I'll get to, but like, for me, overall, Marvel Rivals is like probably was the best game for me last year. Because like this game would have been the shit for me when I was younger. Like I love the shit. Like I mean I'm a big Marvel DC superhero fanatic. I love it. I've been like reading comics a lot now this year, and like this is just the perfect game for me. Like just it is. Like it's kind of like yeah, hero shooter with Marvel characters. Like that's like the game for me. And I enjoy it so much. I enjoy playing. I mean yeah, you lose a lot. You get in some games that you lose, but I enjoy it so much. I enjoy all the characters that they feel in character to the characters. Jesus, sorry, excuse me. They feel in character to the characters, but also they're so distinct in their gameplay. They all feel so like playing as Spider-Man is not the same as playing as Venom, or playing as Captain America is not the same as playing as Namor. Playing as Star-Lord is not the same as Punisher. Like they all feel different. Like, they all feel not the same. Like yeah, you can have a sniper like Black Widow, but then also you can be a tank like Hulk. You can also be like a support character like Mantis, but also be like a duelist character like Iron Fist. Like it's really fun. The problem I'll give the game it has though is some of the cross element to it is not great. I mean, there's crossplay of the game, which is great, love that, but with the faction part is the problem. Like you can create a faction in the game, but like it will only be like specifically for one like system. Like you can make a console faction or a PC faction. If you're a PC faction like I made for the channel, and I'm gonna have, and by the time this video goes up, there's gonna be a console faction. Or like console players can't be on a PC specific faction, and PC players can't be on a console specific faction. So, which that's stupid. I get that the reasons like you can't have a PC player and a console player in a, you know, rank mode or tournament mode. I get that for, like, simplicity's sakes, because, you know, that wouldn't be fair. But at the same time, like, why can't you just let a console player and a PC player just be in a faction there, so they can, like, you know, like, cooperate, talk, become friends, like, you know, hang out and play in quick match, or, like, one of their event modes, like the soccer mode, or the Jeff, like, Splatoon thing. Like, you know, why not do stuff like that? That's fun. Like, or, like, you know, free-for-all. Like, just do stuff like that. Like, why don't you let, like, people from different systems join the faction? And also, why is there no cross-count thing? Like, for me, like, it was easy playing MultiVersus either on, like, if I'm upstairs in my room where my console was playing the game, that's where I mostly would play it. But then if I'm down here in the basement, where my console was not, I can use my PC and just play the game there also on the same account, and it's easy. But Marvel Rivals is not easy like that. They don't have a cross-account. You can't have the same account across both two systems, which I think is dumb. Like, if there's cross-play, you should have elements like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, but even so, that's like my one complaint. It's not enough for me to take it down. Like, I really enjoy playing Marvel Rivals. I love the designs of the game. Like, there's so many characters off the bat with new characters being added almost like every few weeks. Like, it's so good. Like, the gameplay's solid. It's a lot of fun with friends. I've had a lot of fun playing with my friends and my cousins, you know. I love dialogue interactions. Like, there's lore to the game even. Like, it's so... And some great rewards you can earn via, you know, doing stuff in the game, like with the season pass or whatever. Some great stuff in the game. It's just, for me, yeah, definitely that's the S tier game for me from last year. It's just a lot of fun. Okay, rapid fire here. Let's just get through the 3 games that I added on here that I did not play last year, but I feel like adding. Alright, Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection is a D. Because, yeah, like, so simple to, like, bring back the Battlefront games and just kind of, like, you know, bring, like, high-res them, bring them up to, like, the modern settings of games, you know, but you fumble the bag hard, and it was rough. Like, everybody knows how rough that game was on launch. Like, I don't know if it's fixed yet, but, like, yeah, I was excited for it. I was gonna get it, but then I heard how bad and buggy it was. I was like, I'll just wait a little bit. You know, I still want to get it. I've heard how fun it is to play the original Battlefront 2. I want to play it still somewhat, so, yeah. Concord, which, like, really should have a tier all to its own, but, like, it feels fitting to put it with Suicide Squad, because has there ever been a bigger fail than Concord? I did not know Concord would be made for years. I only heard about it back when the first launch trailer, or, like, full trailer came out during whatever PlayStation Direct was last year, and, like, to me it looked kind of fun. I mean, I know people harp on the character designs, they're not great. To me, they look kind of good to me. Like, not amazing, but they look kind of fine. And to me, it looks like a fun, like, it looks like a kind of a more lighthearted Mass Effect, maybe. Which I know is probably like a insult to Mass Effect, maybe, because, like, I've never played Mass Effect, so what do I know? But, like, it kind of gives me that vibe as a fun, like, story, like, a fun, kooky sci-fi game, like, heist kind of sci-fi game. It looks like kind of fun. Then I learned the hero shooter, which made me kind of go, which not saying it's bad to be a hero shooter, but, like, this game, like, I don't think this should be a hero shooter. It doesn't look like it fits that. And yeah, it bombed hard. Like, I think barely a week after it came out, they announced we're shutting down the servers, discontinuing sales physically and digitally. You know, players were throwing themselves off the ledge of their base in game so that they can try and get an achievement. I guess of them dying as many times as they can. Like, so, like, it's crazy. Like, this game is now impossible to play, and they were so sure this would work. They made a whole episode for it in that Secret Level anthology series, which I've not watched it yet. I'm not watching anything at Secret Level. That episode's probably so unironically funny now. Like, yeah, they were so certain this game would be a big hit. You know, just so certain. They'd be so certain. But man, what a horrendous, laughable failure Concord was. So, yeah. And finally, Batman Arkham Shadow. I will never be able to play this game because I'm not going to invest the money to buy a MetaQuest 3. I barely play my own VR system as it is, so, like, I'm not going to buy that one for this game. But it looks so good. It looks so much like fun. This game, when the Arkhamverse was down in the drain because of blah 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 squad kills Attack the Clones, the game, bullshit, whatever. Or, you know, this revived it, fixed it. They really translated the Arkham combat and style, like Predator mode, free flow combat, detective stuff, all that perfectly into, like, VR from what I've seen. So, like, yeah, and being a sequel to Arkham Origins, great. That's awesome. So that's an A-tier game for me. I think that looks like fun. Again, I'll never be able to play it. I think it's dumb. There's VR exclusive games. I feel like VR consoles should not have exclusive games. Like, I'm fine with, like, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo having exclusive games. VR headsets really shouldn't, because they're expensive as it is on top of consoles. So that's my take. All right, looking at this list, I feel like it's pretty solid. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe let's round out the list a little bit better. Honestly, yeah, let's just move up Helldivers to S, just to make it look a little bit more nicer, and so it's just so that A through C is not so boxy looking there. Yeah, I'd say everything in here is where it should be. I mean, Concord should definitely be on the Concord tier. That should be the pudding tier. I brought it all back around. Put things in a colorful ranking with it says, this is S, this is B, this is A, this is pudding. I don't know why pudding's there, but you know, it looks nice having it by Kill the Just League. Yeah, I'm happy with this tier list. I think it looks good. We've been recording for about an hour, so I guess it's gonna be an hour-long video. But hey, people like that kind of stuff, right? Tier lists, they're good. I definitely talked way too long about some of these games, but yeah, that's my own fault. I need to learn how to talk quicker about some things. Whoops. But hey, the algorithm prefers longer form content, right? I'm sure people will watch a long tier list video. And hey, maybe we'll make it split into 2 parts, probably. That might be what we'll do, actually. We'll get more videos that way, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I guess you'll see once the video actually goes out. So, yeah. Alright, so yeah, I'm proud of this list. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, there were some games that from last year I still get to play that I wanted to include on this. Like, I'll give out some shout-outs to games I still want to play from last year. Indiana Jones Great Circle, that's the one I wish I could have had on this tier list, but I just haven't had time to play that one yet. I want to because I love Uncharted, so I'm definitely excited to see what that kind of game will be like. Looks like fun to me. Yeah, Destiny 2, the final shape is the final DLC expansion of Destiny. It's not a game, it's a DLC expansion, I know. But like, I would have added it on here regardless. Yeah, I've just been like putting that one off because I'm just like nervous to play it, and like I need to get in the right mood to play it also, because like I need to play it at some point though. I want to be done with Destiny 2, honestly. Mario Luigi Brothership, I think it was called, or Brotherhood. I want to play that one. That looks like fun. Astrobot, of course. Astrobot looks amazing. Beyond that, I think that's the Marvel vs. Capcom fighting game collection. I know it's also just old games, but I'm excited to see. It'd be cool to play online those games. You know, see what's in the other older ones. Because I've played Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm not playing any of the other ones or that Punisher arcade game, so it'd be fun to play. But yeah, I am proud and happy with this list. I think it's a pretty solid list we got here. What's the other one? The Power Ranger game. I wanted to play that new one that came out, but I haven't had a chance to yet. So you need time to play all these games, you know. And my games have been consumed mostly with MultiVersus and Marvel Rivals, and yeah. Again, I think this is a solid list overall. I'm quite proud of it. Thank you all for watching. Tell me in the comment section down below, what was your ranking of the games you played that came out in 2024? How would you rank them from S tier to F tier? What was your favorite game? What was your worst game? What was your middle road game you like playing? And yeah, thank you all for watching. Tell me, do you want me to do more tier lists? I probably will at some point on the channel. I have other ideas for tier lists I want to do. And yeah, this was fun. Definitely a long video. Honestly, we'll probably split into 2 parts maybe. We'll see. You'll see once this video comes out. I'll figure it out, because this video comes out on the end of February, so it's January 30th, actually. I started recording on January 29th. It's midnight now, so... but yeah, so I got some time to figure it out. So, yeah. You'll know once it's out. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next video on the channel, whenever that might be. I'll see you guys all later. Goodbye.
Hey, it's Yuri Lowenthal here. You might know me from this Marvel Spider-Man games or other places as well. You're tuned in to 100 Bomb Studios. Hit like and subscribe, but only if you like really, really nerdy stuff. Because that's why I'm here.